As well as striving to preserve its independence, San Marino also produces foods with protected status. I'm going to use the local honey to create a pudding fit for a capital region. I am on top of San Marino, 700 meters above sea level, and I have to admit, it's a little bit nippy, but well worth it. Look at the view behind me. I do cook in the best places ever in Italy. Now, you guys have bread and butter pudding. I'm gonna do a recipe which is very similar, but using very local ingredients. I am sure that everybody gets one of these every Christmas, and probably only 10% of you will actually slice it and have it with a cup of tea. Everybody else will like, what am I gonna do with it? First, cut the panettone into about 1.5 inch slices, and then cut again into triangles. I love to use panettone for my pudding because usually with a bread and butter pudding, you will smother it with butter. With this one, you don't have to do it because panettone already has butter in it. Place the pieces in the dish and press down. Can you see all these little raisins? Don't throw them away because this is all flavor. Just scatter them all over. And then I'm using some local honey here, which I'm just gonna drizzle it as this. Now let me show you how to make the cold custard. Usually when you have a bread and butter pudding, you will put on the heat the custard and thicken it up. I'm using a completely different technique, which is much simpler and it works as good as. For the cold custard, use 2 whole eggs and 4 yolks. Just gently whisk. What I don't want you to do is to whisk too hard, because otherwise it's going to start to foam, and all the other ingredients, they don't blend in very well when it foams. In there, we're gonna pour a little bit of vanilla extract, probably a tablespoon of vanilla extract will do the job. Then I'm using some Marsala wine. Use 3 tablespoons of this sweet wine, and then add some custard sugar and whisk together. Add 400 milliliters of full-fat milk and a glug of double cream. The double cream is gonna give extra richness. Job done. Your custard is ready. Okay, so I got my panettone with the honey in the dish. Get yourself a ladle. And what you want to do, slowly, slowly, make sure you pour the custard on the panettone. Now, once this is done, what I want you to do is to make sure that you gently push the panettone into the custard. Finally, to give it a nice crust, sprinkle over some brown sugar. Now, you may be wondering, how am I gonna cook the pudding here? Well, I asked the restaurant around the corner from here, there is a chef called Fabio, and I said to him, I begged him this morning, I said, is there any chance you can pour the oven on? And very kindly, Fabio, he said yes. I kind of forced him. Che ne dici?
Molto bello.
Allora, nel forno, 160, 25... And Fabio, by the way, is a Michelin-starred chef. No pressure. I'm going to serve my panettone pudding with sweet ricotta. Now, in Italy, we use a lot of sweetened ricotta. I'm gonna sweeten with honey. Fold in the honey, and it's done. The pudding's been in the oven at 160 degrees for 25 minutes. Il profumo è bellissimo, eh? The smell is incredible. Now, look at that. See, that's what you want. You want the crust, you want all the custard beautiful and absorbed in the middle. Okay, ci mettiamo questo qua. To finish, sprinkle with icing sugar. Bellino, no?
Bellissimo.
Che ne dici? Guarda, ce lo assaggiamo?
Certo. Prego.
Vai prima tu. Allora, I want the truth.
Fantastico.
Fantastico?
Croccante.
Fantastic
Fresco.
is my line usually, but it's okay. È croccante?
Croccante.
It's nice and crispy on top. That's the way it should be. This is just magnificent. Panettone and honey pudding with local ingredients done here in the beautiful San Marino with my friend Fabio.